Hello, Saberland. This is Scott JUA from the FX Forum, Sabers, RPF, and IRA forums. Um, this is a video review and show off of my orbital machining Awesomesauce x110000, or also known as Darth Maul. So it comes to you in an empty kit form, and you pretty much it's just bare aluminum. You pretty much everything's provided for you as far as hardware goes. You do have to buy all the electronics components, of course, and do the install yourself or find a sabersmith to do it. It is supposed to be one-to-one accurate. I don't have my Master Replicas limited edition anymore to compare it to, but I will have the EFX Legend Edition coming out in October, so when I get that I'll make a comparison. We can compare size notes and things like that, kind of just to see for fun. But here it is. This is the one-to-one accurate Darth Maul by Orbital Machining. I did the install on this over 2 days. It really honestly wasn't too bad. There's a little bit of a cram food job to get everything in there, but overall it was so well thought out that it required very little creativity on my part to make things work. It was just Ace Rocket just really, or Watt Tembor really knocked it out of the park with the and whoever else helped him, knocked it out of the park on the install as far as providing pieces for what you need to get everything working. The first step I did was, since it's all bare aluminum, I referenced my Master Replicas MRLE, and I took lots of pictures of it, so I still have it, know exactly what it looked like. But I wanted to, rather than make it a perfect new, I mean, I didn't want to really tamper with the metal too much, so rather than make, but there's the way the MR has, and also the screen prop. All the black parts are faded and weathered a bit, and it's it's not clean, perfect, pretty looking black. And I really wanted to replicate that, and I especially wanted to get black inside of the holes in the emitter. And at first I started to mask things out, and I realized how bloody long that would take and what a painful ordeal that would have been. So what I ended up doing was painting it completely black. And then, I for certain areas I didn't want to have, I didn't do a very pretty, I should have taken pictures of it when it was black, because what I did was I sprayed light coats here and there so that when I did weather the black parts, they wouldn't be super thick and wouldn't be too pretty. I didn't want it to be like an as first built, even though it looks quite spectacular anyway. The metal is still in great shape. But the black parts, I really wanted to keep that MR look where it's kind of faded and stuff like that. In fact, let me bring it a little closer. See if you can see some of these details. You can see here that when I weathered it, and especially in there, you can see that it's not an even coat. There are still little chads from machining, but especially, let's say like here, let's see if you can see those inside those ribs. I wanted to make sure that it was that kind of faded look from the MR, but the big thing was I wanted it to be black inside these rings, where if you're masking, there's just no way to do that. So I spray painted the whole thing and cured it and then weathered it. And of course I turned off all of the paint from where I didn't want it. So I still have that nice faded look that the MR does, kind of gunmetal-ish black in the crevices and things like that. But I do have my inner rings black. Show you kind of the details of the hilt. Now, one of the things I noticed a couple other people did when they did their installs was the way this is constructed is Watt or Ace Rocket makes this. This is a recharge port, and it's a rather large recharge port. So this is a temporary kill key. I need to make one that's longer than this. This one works, but it's a little short and it's kind of hard to pull sometimes. But the other one usually is kind of hanging out inside the hilt over here. There are hidden sound holes under the O-rings. So it's not the loudest saber. If you were to take it, do halves, if you were to do it in halves, it's louder for sure, especially if you have the pommel on. I plan to make one of the pommel inserts caps kind of the weathered chopped look, so I can do like a half battle damaged look to it, and I'll put sound holes in that. But let me just show you. There's just no way to really stop it from rolling. This is the inside, so I put some pulls on the speaker so when I wanted to take that out. But you'll notice I don't have a recharge port here. I really did not want to take this apart every time just to pull a kill key to play with it. I really wanted something that would be screen accurate but useful. So what I've done is I've made this my kill key. So we got our blinkies. We're running Mad Cow's Revenge right now. So as you can see, it's quite loud. If you block the pommel, that's how much sound you're losing. But when you have it in double configuration, you have that extra, I'll show you here in a second, you have that extra sound resonance, especially when you have two boards. So now I've been toying with different ones. I didn't want to ruin this one. I've been toying with different kill keys to put a notch in them so I could just turn it and have it activate, and that works, but when you turn it you lose the tension that holds it in, and I don't want it to fall out while I'm playing with it. So I think I'm going to keep it like this. I don't really mind. For display purposes I want it to be accurate, but for playing I want it to, I don't mind pulling it off and going to town. Now you'll see these blade plugs are great. They're screen accurate. A little bit of light comes through, as you can see right there, but generally it's quite nice. Now this one, the other half, of course this is the recharge port, and that is the reason why I did this one. I looked at it and go, well, there's plenty of room right around the switch box, so may as well put it up here, and then that way I have cured my recharge port in the pommel issue. And it was, and another thing I did was I tested. I wasn't too happy with the loudness when I did the first half, so what I did was I went ahead and rebuilt it, and I tested Custom Saber Shop 2-watt, which is larger than the ones that were recommended for the build, and it fits. And I put it all together, tried different locations, tried up here and put it back here, and no matter which way it was facing, and no matter between the two speakers, there was a negligible difference of sound, volume, or quality. So it really was a wash, and I decided that the recommended speakers are the best solution for this, especially when you consider that the parts were made for everything, and it's just a clean, simple, nice install. Really, really beautiful. I love it. So let me go ahead and pull both kill keys. I have anti-protection off on, but what's cool is when I have blades, and I'm not going to put blades in it for this demonstration, you can now you pull off, it's a little louder. When you have these two open, you get this weird phasing effect. It actually sounds better with the O-rings on. So there it is. There's the Awesomesauce x110000 Darth Maul by Orbital Machining. Install done by me. Paint done by me. Really great saber. And I just want to show you, this is the Orbital Machining OBTPM for size comparison. So there it is. And pretty awesome. So there it is. Thanks.